Hello and welcome to Techie Hive. Today, let's talk about another Java interview question. What is type promotion in Java operations? And can you explain what is boxing and unboxing in Java? Let's go to the answer. The type promotion is automatic conversion of smaller data types into larger data types during expression evaluation to avoid data loss and ensure correctness. So automatic type promotion in Java expressions happens when an expression contains different primitive types. Java promotes them to a common type. And here are the rules how Java promotes smaller type to the larger type. So in all expressions, if expression has only byte, short, and character, then they are promoted to the integer. And integer is promoted to long if integer and long are in the expression. Long is promoted to float if long and float are in the expression, and the float is promoted to double if double and float are in expression. So always it is promoted to the larger type. So let's say there is a integer and double in the expression, then integer will be promoted to the double. So here are some key rules of the promotion. So byte, short, and character are promoted to int before any arithmetic operation. So whenever there is arithmetic operation and operation involves byte, short, or character, then they are always converted to integer. If one operand is long, then entire expression becomes long. So if one of the operand is long and other operand is like either byte, short, character, or integer, then uh, all operands will be promoted to long. Similarly, if one operand is float, the entire expression becomes float. Let's say one operand is long and one operand is float, then long will be promoted to the float. And similarly, if one operand is double, the entire expression becomes double. So again, remember if one operand is double and another operand is, let's say, integer or byte, then the integer or byte will be promoted to double and then the expression will be evaluated. Let's jump into the next part of the question. What is boxing and unboxing in Java? So Java provides wrapper classes for primitive data types so they can be used as object. So in Java, for each primitive type, there is a wrapper class, and those wrapper classes are used as an object of primitive type. So here is the list of the uh, primitive types and corresponding class. So byte primitive type uh, is having the byte wrapper class. Similarly, short, int integer, long, and so on. So remember, each primitive type in Java has its corresponding uh, wrapper class. Boxing is the process of converting a primitive data type into its corresponding wrapper class. As I mentioned, each primitive data type has its corresponding wrapper class. So in boxing, primitive data type is converted to a wrapper class object. Here are the examples: manual boxing and auto boxing. In the manual boxing, we are creating a primitive type integer variable, and then we are forcing to convert that integer primitive type variable to an integer object. And this is called manual boxing because we are invoking the method on integer class to convert the primitive type into a wrapper class object. So this is called manual boxing. In auto boxing, here is the example where we have again uh, primitive integer type a equal 10, and now we are assigning the primitive integer type a to integer object. And now here Java knows that on right hand side, a is primitive type integer variable, and on left hand side there is a wrapper class object integer. So it will automatically convert primitive type to you know integer object. So this is auto boxing. On other hand, Unboxing is the process of converting a wrapper class object back into a primitive type. So this is opposite of the boxing. Here are the examples again: manual unboxing and auto unboxing. So in manual unboxing, here we are creating an object of a wrapper class, like this is boxing as mentioned earlier, and then we are calling int value of method of the object to convert into primitive type. So this is called unboxing. So converting a wrapper class object to a primitive type is unboxing, and here is a simple example of the integer. Now next, auto boxing, integer object is assigned 20. So here again it's a boxing. Is like on the right hand side we have a integer value, and then on the left side we have integer objects. Automatically boxing is done by Java, and then here we are assigning the object to a primitive type B here. So here you can see that on the right hand side we have a wrapper class object, but on the left hand side we have integer primitive type B. So here Java again knows that this integer wrapper class can be converted to the integer primitive type, so it will convert that automatically, and this is called auto unboxing. So why do we need boxing and unboxing? Here are the reasons. So collections store objects not primitive type. So all of the collections in Java store uh, data as objects. So it doesn't they don't store data as primitive type. So if you want to create collections of primitive type, then we need to convert them into object, and this is done automatically by the collection library. So primitive types when are stored in collection are boxed to wrapper classes, and when they are retrieved from the collection, then they are automatically unboxed to a primitive type. Enable primitives to behave like an object, like I said here. Primitive the types are not objects, so to make them behave like object we need a wrapper classes. And next reason is support generics. So generics in Java only supports objects or classes. So to use generics for primitive data types we need wrapper classes. And here is the example of simple collection. You can see here we are creating array list of the integers, and then we are adding an integer to the list, and you can see here this is the integer literal, and it is added to a list. So list will auto box integer prim type to integer wrapper class object, and will store it. And when we access the data from the list, you can see here it is automatically unboxed. So the list get method will return the integer primitive type, and then we will have the integer primitive type to process. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Hope you like it. See you in next video.